Welcome to the Andy Meadows Show. We've got a good roundtable coming up where we'll discuss the winter storm, the awful situation in Minneapolis, hurtful things our spouses say, what country Trump will take over next, one-upping with gifts, cussing on the news, comics phoning it in, and more. But first, your headlines. A man attacked Representative Ilhan Omar, a Democrat from Minnesota, at a town hall in Minneapolis last night. The man was immediately arrested after spraying the lawmaker with a syringe filled with strong-smelling liquid. Never a good sign when you're like, ooh, I hope it's pee and not poison. Luckily, she was unharmed. Got to give it to her. She handled it well. Didn't back down. Kind of looked like she was going to clock the guy at one point. One Ivy League college is about to get a little more affordable. Yale has announced that they will waive all costs for new undergrads from families earning less than $100,000 per year. Great for the grand total of 0 students enrolled in Yale whose parents make less than $100K. I'm ballparking. Maybe there's one. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is facing rising calls for her firing or impeachment after the shooting deaths of 2 people in Minnesota, with few Republicans rising to Noem's defense. My guess is she'll resign soon and say she needs to spend more time lying to her family instead of the country, relaxing and doing what she loves, shooting dogs and banging this guy. America's Notre Dame is getting a facelift. The Kentucky Cathedral is at the end of a full rehab. Workers in recent weeks have been installing new terracotta gargoyles as one of the final steps of the 2-year restoration. If you've ever wondered why so many old-timey buildings have gargoyles, it's because in Gothic architecture, gargoyles were used as symbolic guardians to ward off evil spirits and remind people of sin's consequences, which is why I think instead of putting them outside a church, we should put them outside of liquor stores and titty bars. They also serve as functional waterspouts to divert rain from churches or titty bars. Quick disclaimer before the roundtable. We recorded this on Sunday when the news was all still breaking about the Alex Peretti shooting in Minneapolis, so it was all top of mind for me. I thought about cutting it out, but it's all anyone is talking about this week other than the weather, even though the NFC and AFC championship games were last weekend. Also don't like that I referred to the federal officers involved as cops at one point. Obviously, they're not cops in the traditional sense, but they're being asked to do cop things, which they, of course, aren't trained for. But as we all know, they were ICE and Border Patrol agents. I also said 6+ people were beating them, and I think the number was probably more like 3 or 4. But to be honest, I don't want to go back and watch the videos again to verify that. I know some positive things have happened since Sunday. Bavino is out of Minnesota, and Noem appears to be taking a back seat. But as of this recording, we still don't even know the name of the officers who shot and killed Alex Peretti, so I decided to leave our conversation in. Anyway, I know it's a polarizing and politically charged issue, and certainly something that's deeper than what we normally talk about on this show that's intended to be funny and entertaining. I don't know if we hit the mark. So if you don't want to hear our opinions on it, feel free to skip it. We talk about it at about 11 minutes in, and again, roughly 55 minutes in.
How's things in Texas? Why am I blurry? There we go. Hello. Is it super icy?
Oh, my gosh. Show you.
Oh, we're starting with you trying to show something. This is going to be interesting. Oh, man. You got a Winter Wonderland going.
Yeah, so that's the front yard. And then I'll show you. Here's the alley behind our house. And the real fun thing is, so the kids see it and they're like, awesome, snow. We'll go play in the snow.
Yeah.
It's mainly sleet and ice.
So it's that crunchy, gross, can't really play with it kind of snow.
Exactly. So they're just out there slipping and sliding like, what is this crap? And he's trying to make snow angels, and it's like nothing. And this is today. Yesterday it wasn't as bad, so we needed medicine for the kids. So I went out to get it, and because this stuff is worse on the roads than snow, as you know.
Yeah.
So I went out to get the medicine, and immediately, like I turn the corner and immediately there's a guy going because nobody knows how to drive. They all take the corners way too fast.
Yeah.
You know, it's not complicated. When you don't have snow tires, just take it freaking slow.
Drive like your grandma's got hot coffee in her lap.
Right. Yeah. So you can't go anywhere leaving our house without going over a bridge, really, to get anything important. And so I'm going over that bridge on the way back, and I'm doing 25, 30 tops. And there's this guy behind me just like right on my bumper wanting to go 50. And there's only one lane that's even close to drivable out of the three. And finally he just like juts around me real fast. Like, whatever, dude. If you want to slam on the side of that bridge, go for it. I'm not. Yeah. So that's been fun. So, but luckily our power's stayed on the whole time, and
that's
internet
good.
and everything.
That's an improvement for Texas over the last one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the power grid's done pretty well. Like, I've seen on Facebook a couple, like, I think out of the whole Metroplex, which is millions and millions of people, there's like 10,000 out of power right now. So nothing compared to last time.
You've now stocked up so you don't have to leave the house for a while?
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. And dude, that was brutal. I thought I'd get out of it early, so I went I think I went to H-E-B on Wednesday, and that was too late.
Oh, there's just nothing on the shelves.
Well, like I got I got one of the last 2 cases of water, and it was a madhouse in there. Like everyone's like scrambling. I got one of the last 2 pounds of beef, ground beef in there. Yeah, I mean it was super stressful because you're like, you know how you just panic buy. Everyone's like, why are you panic buying? Well, because everybody there's nothing.
Everybody else is doing it. You have to too.
Well, not just that. Like you're going through an aisle, like this is not what I need, but I'll just get it because it's close enough to what I need. Like we're making chili, and I came home with this enormous can of tomato sauce, and Jill's like, "We need like 2 small cans for chili." I'm like, "This is what they had. You just have to measure it out." She's like, "What do I do with this other like 32 ounces of tomato sauce?" I'm like, "I don't know.
Make spaghetti sauce or something. You can figure it out."
Yeah, figure it out. Did y'all get hit there?
No, dude. This is normal for us. So
yeah, I just didn't know if it got worse or anything.
No, we had our big storm a couple weeks back where we got 3 feet in a week. So
yeah.
But then it rained, and that was the messy one. Like, we're fine with snow, but when it rains on top of the snow is when it gets kind of gross around here. Our roads are crap, but luckily most people have cars that are prepared for it. And I mean, there's still idiots here that drive way too fast and think 4-wheel drive makes them invincible, but they end up in the ditch.
Yeah. So. That's what the worst is, 2-wheel drive trucks that with no weight in the back.
Oh, yeah.
Like no weight in the truck bed. They're going to, because they think, oh, I'm in a truck, I'm okay. Not in 2-wheel drive with a really light back into your vehicle.
Well, they got clearance, and they're heavy enough that when they hit you, it doesn't do too much damage to them. So they're right.
Yeah. The dumb thing I did is I should have moved Jill had told me move the van out of the back because we parked the van in the from the alley, so it's at an angle.
Yeah.
I didn't move it. So now the only car we can use for at least today and tomorrow is the little guy. Because we can't get the big one out because of the incline.
You can't really shovel down.
Yeah, just slide down. You can't really shovel this crap. You'd have to chip it and then move it because it's not like snow. It's like a little bit of snow and then frozen, and then ice on top of it. It's really weird.
And you guys don't have things like ice melt there.
No.
See, we have a giant bag in the garage of ice melt that you just fling on that stuff and it melts it away.
Well, that's why, because a lot of my clients are different places across the country, and so when I talk to them, they're like, "Why are people in Texas so bad at this stuff?" It's like because we're not prepared for it. It happens like once every couple of years. Yeah,
it's not like the city maintains snowplows just for that once every 4-year thing.
Yeah, and our power grid is dumb because we deregulated it and we are not tied into any other states. So the worst thing you can have is something affecting all of Texas because we can't get help from anybody else when it comes to the power grid like some other states can. But in theory, we generate so much of our own energy, we should never need that. But then an emergency happens, and you do, and you can't do it.
Well,
And a couple of us freeze for a few days, and then
they're willing to make that sacrifice.
yeah, brutal. Oh, the other thing I was going to show you. So we had a really good comment. So I was going to start reading the top comments.
Ooh, he's got top comments. Oh, there's even sound effects for it. Nice.
I didn't load that specifically for it. That was just the thing that hit when I hit the button. Let me see. This one, so I did include us talking about Trump's Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah.
And so somebody commented on that. This is from
Oh,
Gary.
hey, look,
Yeah.
you got it.
The dumpster is clearly nuts. Does he still have the codes to the nukes?
Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure he does, yes.
I
At
don't
this
know, maybe
point, he's
they-
fired anybody who could take him away from him.
Maybe they're like, I think he's forgotten the codes. Can we change it? And then that way, if he wants to.
But they probably just give him this thing that they're like, these are the codes, and it's just a bunch of emojis, and he's like, good, I have this now.
Or they give him a button that he thinks is the button, and he hits it, and it's just like confetti goes out, and a Diet Coke shows up. Okay. I wanted to nuke someone, but at least I have a Diet Coke.
That was fun.
Dude, it's, we don't have to include this, but it's getting freaking scary out there.
Yeah, I mean, they just murdered somebody else yesterday, and it was flat-out murder.
Yeah.
I saw the video this morning.
Yeah, I've watched a couple of them, and I mean, who knows what actually happened because we won't get a real because Department of Homeland Security is running the investigation into this. So that means Kristi Noem's in charge.
I saw the video this morning. I saw from the lady who was standing like right next to him. Clearly shows him
pink jacket lady
getting the gun off of him, and then after they got the gun off of him, he's facing away, and they shoot him in the back.
Yeah, so my theory, who knows, but my theory is they took the gun away, and one of the officers yelled, he's got a gun, and they all started shooting, is my theory. But
or
it's not
the guy
because
the guy that was drawn already had a gun in his hand. The guy that shot first already had his gun in his hand, so maybe he just had poor trigger discipline and accidentally went off, and they were like, oh, God, now there's a gunfire, and they just all went.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just like the other one where the second and third, by the way, they found the autopsy showed with Renee Good, it wasn't the first shot that killed her, the shot that you could argue might be justified, the one through the windshield. Like,
yeah,
okay, so you think she's going to hit you, you shot. It was the other two, one of the other two from the side that was the kill shot on her. So that one's another, I mean, again, that's a crime in a normal society. And this is a crime in a normal society. I mean, they had disarmed the guy. So you want to argue he had a gun.
Well, there was no point in there where he was going for his gun. His hands are empty the entire time.
Well, and now, so a lot of my social feeds have folks on the other side that are trying to justify it, and I see it. He was reaching for his holster where there was a gun previously. And it's like, okay, even if he was, A, the gun was already gone. B, he's being jumped by 6 dudes, with guns drawn on him, with mask. His only crime was trying to protect a woman they had just pushed down. And all he did was this. He just put his arm up. He didn't like push the agent or hit him or anything. And he gets pistol whipped. Before they shoot him, they pistol whip him.
I think they were hitting him with that canister of pepper spray. But either way, yeah.
Yeah, they're using something besides their fist as a weapon to hit this guy. So he's probably thinking they're going to kill me.
Well,
not shoot me, but they're going to just beat. I mean, you can also be beat to death by 6 guys. You get, like, I had a buddy get jumped one time, and we all jumped in to help. But in the 4 seconds before we got over there, he had 5 or 6 people beating the crap out of him, and it almost killed him. Just that couple of seconds before we got all over there and they scattered, it put him in the hospital and almost killed the guy. He could have gotten killed just by them beating him up.
Yeah.
So what if he reaches for a weapon and they're like, you can't reach for a weapon with a cop? 6 guys beating the crap out of him.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, dude, it's because he's built up a federal police force that's well funded, poorly trained, and unaccountable to anybody. I mean, this crap is going to keep freaking happening.
Yeah, I mean, somebody's got to stand up. I don't know. I mean, maybe we'll make it to midterm elections and they'll happen and it'll be a landslide and then they can stop him and impeach him. But
yeah,
I don't know. Right now, it doesn't look like anything's going to change.
Yeah, they are talking about not funding which they shouldn't do it. They're going to defund the government by holding it up, saying if you don't do something about
But they
ICE.
just voted to fund the Department of Homeland Security, $10 billion.
Right. So they're just this would partially defund. It's the only thing they got left. The only card they got right now.
But Democrats just voted in the House to let them have more money. Like, okay.
I don't know, man. I try not to talk about it too much because Jill's tired of hearing about it. But I'm like, what do you do? It just feels helpless. Like there's nothing you can do about it. You know.
And you probably can't talk about it because if you talk about it, then half the people are like, "Oh, you're a nut job or whatever."
Yeah, but even even Rogan, who had him in and it did end up endorsing him, he called the Renee Good. He said the Renee Goodwin was unjustified. You know.
Yeah, and I'm sure if he sees this one, he's going to say the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know how anybody can watch that and go, "Yeah, that's exactly how."
Good police work right there.
I mean, that's why I thought. I mean, to give them the benefit of the doubt, like. Maybe it wasn't a stone cold execution. Maybe one of the officers hollered he got a gun and they overreacted. But unfortunately, when you're a police officer and you overreact and it causes somebody's death, that's still a crime. You know, and 11.
I like that you're like, an
shots?
execution was an overreaction. My bad. You're like, that's not the benefit of the doubt, dude. That's sorry, but
yeah. Well,
he just he got a little worked up there, and
yeah, I mean, I've only seen 2 I saw the pink jacket ladies. I couldn't see where he was turned around. I mean, the footage was kind of blurry.
Now, the one I saw today it was slowed down, and it was pretty dang clear what was going on.
Yeah,
but it was slowed down, so we saw exactly what happened. Way slower than they did. I mean, it all happened real quick in real time, but when they slow the video down, you could trace everything.
Yeah, I know, and that's the hard part is he's really putting these ICE, and I know no one wants to have sympathy for the ICE guys, but they're putting these folks in a terrible, but Trump by sending them to these places where they're not wanted and not being asked for and doubled down and sending even more of them there after a shooting. He's putting these guys in harm's way on purpose because they want this kind of crap to happen.
Trying to get it escalated, like. Yeah. He wants the Insurrection Act to come into play. But the thing is like the guy that shot this guy was not one of the newbies that was just recently brought on. He was like 6 years in Border Patrol. So he should have been better trained.
Yeah. And they've imagine you're there and people have been screaming all different things at you all day, every day. At work, it's freezing outside. I mean, tensions are high on both frickin' sides, understandably.
Besides that, it's not illegal to have a gun. That's a big thing in this country. It's not illegal for that guy to have a gun in Minnesota. It's an open carry state.
Yeah.
He's 100% allowed to have the gun.
Well, and that's what I love. I saw a lot of, why are you taking a gun to a protest that's supposed to be peaceful? It's like Kyle Rittenhouse took an assault rifle to a protest. Well, he was there protecting property. Okay, well, this guy was protecting a woman.
Yeah,
he just pushed down. And he didn't protect her with his gun. He just kind of tried to stand in the way.
He did not pull the weapon.
Yeah. If he pulled the weapon, I 100% understand Like if he sees him push a woman and he pulls his weapon, sorry, you get killed. That's not what happened. He didn't pull the weapon. He did what he did what he was supposed to do. And unfortunately for them, like, you know, the fact that he's an ICU nurse and has no criminal record, and they're trying to paint him as a bad, but that's a really hard thing to do.
They immediately went to, he was a domestic terrorist. Like, really, was he? Because it didn't seem like
the lady.
Yeah.
What about that lady?
Domestic terrorist.
She just looked like a soccer mom, you know? And then they showed the video thinking that's going to exonerate. And it's like, she was being nice in the video. Her partner wasn't being so nice, but her partner is not the one they shot. Yeah. The whole thing is just freaking scary. Anyway, can't use any of this.
Maybe you make a second podcast that's all about the political spectrum.
Well, the challenge with that, like the people are always like, Trump's good for content. He is good in the sense that, like, there's always something to talk about.
People. Yeah,
there's always something to talk about. So it is helping podcasts that focus on that and shows that focus on that. But it also burns half of your stuff because whatever you record, there's going to be something else, a bigger story the next day.
Oh, right. Yeah,
because something else sad. Or
you remember when the biggest political story was that the guy couldn't spell potato right? Like, I missed that. It was Quayle.
That was Dan Quayle, vice president to the first Bush, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was that Reagan? Yeah.
He was Bush. Bush was Reagan's vice president, and then Quayle was Bush's vice president. And he couldn't spell potato.
Yeah, and they did that whole bit, which potato is a word that some people, no, they don't.
No.
That's tomato.
But that was the biggest scandal. The biggest
scandal. And that ended his political
time.
Career.
Yep.
Remember? Like after that, he's got nothing. He can't run. He's the guy who can't spell potato.
Just like Howard Dean screaming all crazy at one rally killed his career.
Our guy from Texas, Rick Perry, his political career was ended because of that one debate moment where he wanted to get rid of three parts of the government, and he couldn't remember what the three were. And he just kind of said, like, he was like, number 2 is pass. And they're like, what?
This is a hard question. They prepared me, but I've forgotten. He's got it written on his hand.
In that same series of debates, Trump couldn't say what the nuclear triad was. And he gets to win. Yeah, so who freaking knows? None of it makes any sense anymore. I still think it's going to be Gavin Newsom on the other side.
I think that's likely.
Yeah.
And it may, he's got the support right now. So,
yeah.
If you believe polls, but who knows?
And he's got the trolling Twitter account.
Yeah, he's good at that.
Yeah, that's the world we live in. That's what works.
I'm imagining like he's got people for that. He probably went in and got some writing staff from Hollywood to run his Twitter.
You don't think he's on the toilet cranking those out?
Is he on Truth Social? I don't know.
Dude, that would be hilarious. I mean, they would obviously shut that account down. He was supposed to speak at Davos, and they had his speech. They had him banned from so they didn't cancel his speech. They just banned him from the building he was going to speak in or something. I forget what it was. But that was dumb because then gets more attention than his speech would have gotten.
Oh, yeah.
So you're just building the guy up. Oh, so Jill said something that hurt my feelings the other day.
Oh, no.
I know.
Divorce?
So, my, how I've talked about my starvation diet, right?
Yes, you have.
Where anytime I get to 200 pounds, I do my starvation diet, 1,800 calories a day until I get down to 180 to 185, and then I stop.
And you say it takes 2-3 weeks.
It takes no time. It's very unhealthy. So it's been a long time since I've done that, and I got on the scale the other day, and I was under 180. And so I was telling Jill, I was like, hey, I'm still under 180, even because after the starvation diet, I go back to kind of eating normal.
Right.
And I don't worry about it. I just don't try not to go over the top. So I was like bragging. I was like, this is awesome. I'm still under 180. And she goes, because you're losing muscle mass? I'm like, what? What?
You're becoming a flabby bitch. That's what she said.
No, because you're losing muscle mass, like getting weaker. And
Yeah.
I'm not losing muscle mass. It's from chasing the kids around, I'm assuming. But it's kind of mean that she said. What hurtful things has Stacy ever said to you?
She doesn't. She loves me. I don't know what. That's
supposed to make me feel better.
I'm in a loving marriage.
I am too. She didn't say it. I'm probably adding more tone.
Oh yeah,
than she said it with.
I mean, yes, Stacy upsets me and hurts my feelings every once in a while, but I never remember what it is. I'm just overly sensitive, probably. Like, because it doesn't bother me now. Like, but I remember, you remember in the time, you're like, oh, this really hurt. And then you're moping around for a few hours, and then you're like, I don't even remember what it was. But clearly, you've got like a steel trap for the wife hurt me in there. Next time you're arguing, you're gonna be like, remember 3 years ago when?
Yeah, but here's the bad thing. I've always been really good at like memorizing and remembering stuff like that verbatim. But as I get older, it's not as good. So now I think
you have it.
Exactly. Like that's probably not even what she said to me. And this happened a couple days ago. But that's how I remember it. It was probably much.
Yeah.
So I'll recant something to her, and she'll go, yeah, that's not at all. And I'm like so sure of myself. We need cameras around at all times so we can go to the replay.
Oh, okay. You're going to sift through the footage.
Hold on. As long as it takes me to share a screen, I imagine winding through 6 years of footage.
Yeah.
That's one thing AI could be good for. We could all just film everything in our houses at all times.
And then you just ask the Chat GPT on your shoulder, hey, play back. When I stepped off the
Alexa,
scale, I was proud of myself.
Remember that argument Jill and I had 6 years ago on a Tuesday? What was the exact thing she said to me?
You're going to find out that you're the asshole every time. Like,
damn it.
Ooh, that is not what I saw.
And then I think Alexa's in cahoots with her because it's a female voice.
Ladies always standing up for each other.
Dude, my freaking Alexa is, they kept asking me for the upgrade to the new voice, and I didn't want it because I don't like the voice. It's got too much attitude. So I kept saying no. Then I woke up one day, just got the new voice. And she's got jokes. She's got all these new jokes. She's got attitude. Like you'll ask her, hey, can you add this to the shopping list? And she goes, ooh, looks like someone wants some chocolate. Like, hey, yeah. I don't know how to unupgrade this, but it's really getting on my freaking nerves.
So maybe it wasn't even
that?
Jill that was giving you a hard time. Maybe Alexa said something about your muscle mass, and you're like, that was
getting
Jill.
in a fight with my wife because of something Alexa said to me.
Dude, I've got Alexas in every room, and none of them have upgraded. So I guess I'm good. I don't even know.
I wanted to put one in here, but I was afraid I'd be live streaming or doing something, and it would.
Every time you say her name, it'll pop up.
Say something incredibly racist. It's like the Gronk thing. Or Grok, the Elon Musk's.
Yeah. Gronk is a football player.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Gronk's not an AI.
He's not even an eye.
Maybe I stumbled on something. I think a Gronk AI would be hilarious.
It would always be wrong.
So now that Trump swung and missed on Greenland, what country will he try to take over next? Did you see he backed off on Greenland?
I saw that, but is that legitimate, or is he going to change his mind when he's pooping in the middle of the night?
That's true. Well, that was the big thing in Davos. He was going to go there. He has that speech that was fiery where he was like, you'll either let us have it or we'll remember. Yeah. And then a couple hours later, he backpedals, and that they agreed to give us like pockets of green, which we already have bases there. I mean, what he got was what we already have.
Right, but it's now the Trump deal instead of the every other time deal. Right. So probably next he'll come after Alaska and go, I want to make it part of the U.S.
Sir, I believe it is part of the U.S.
No, don't tell him.
But it's not connected. Can we get it to like, whoop? I don't know. What are you on cranes? Are you going to move it?
Really long bridge? That's not going to work, sir.
It's definitely Canada, right?
Yes, it's definitely Canada.
Yeah.
I doubt it's Mexico.
They've not got nice beaches. You can build some resorts there.
Yeah. I mean, but, so you're just saying anything that's attached, he's going to start going after? Because Greenland was not even close.
Yeah, but he's not the first American president to want Greenland. He's just the first one to go so hard in the paint.
Maybe Iceland. Maybe he's like, I want the one next to it then.
Well, in the speech in Davos, he kept confusing him. He kept accidentally saying Iceland. So remember when in the first term, when there was that hurricane headed in and he was wrong about which way to go and he just drew on it with a Sharpie? Yeah. Maybe now he's going to go after Iceland because he slipped up. Yeah. And he doesn't want to admit he's wrong. So he's just like, I guess we're going for Iceland now. Oh, I think I outdid you on Christmas presents to mom and dad.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you get?
I have video evidence.
Oh, you're trying to work the screen again. This is gonna. You'd figure you'd get better at it if you're doing it multiple times in one episode. You would think that by now. Oh no, he's not. Oh, cool.
Yeah, we got him a smart bird feeder.
Look at how many birds there are, man.
I know. Looks like a cardinal. I don't know what the other ones are.
Finch and...
Finch? That's what I was going to say.
House swallow? No, I have no idea.
And there's one coming in hot. Yeah, so we got this thinking it was we got it for both of them, but
yeah,
we thought it was really a present for mom, but dad's the one who's been texting me the video, so I think he's enjoying it. Of
course. Too. Mom's still, she's way more tech savvy than she was, but she's not there yet. No way she could have set that up. If dad wasn't around, she probably couldn't have gotten that going.
Looks like they put it up pretty high. See the lake.
She's like you trying to share a screen.
Yeah, I think I got mom's tech skills. But not that this, a couple of years ago, you got him a Traeger grill.
It's not a competition.
After dad burned the house down with the grill. So, which I thought was too soon that you got him a grill. I thought that was a little inappropriate.
The little wooden pellets are way safer.
Yeah. But that grill's expensive, man. So it kind of put Rob and me to shame.
Oh, so this is good. We'll just keep one-upping each other. I'm going to buy mom a car next Christmas.
Oh, you got her a smart bird feeder? Car. Dang it. He knows I can't afford a car. I've got 3 children.
So, yes, this year you're the better son is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I got him presents from Buc-ee's when I got there.
You just got something on the way.
Yep.
Stop at Buc-ee's. Look, it's a Buc-ee's towel. You stopped at the one on 30 outside of like Greenland. Not Greenland.
Yeah, Greenland. Iceland. Actually, it was Iceland that I was stopped.
The one on outside of Greenville.
Yes.
They're putting a Buc-ee's everywhere. They got a Buc-ee's in Greenland now?
See, that's something everybody could get behind. Put a Buc-ee's everywhere.
Yeah. That's the guy we need to elect as president. Whoever started Buc-ee's, he's running a heck of an operation.
That's right.
I don't know anything about him other than he knows how to keep really clean restrooms.
Yes. And happy staff. So, it's obviously an efficient operation. I'm supporting him. Buc-ee's guy for president.
You know why their staff is happy? Well paid. They pay everybody in there well.
That will do it.
Yeah.
If you're looking to make your staff happy, just pay them well.
And when you have a nice, clean operation where it's like people are proud to work there. Yeah, everybody loves Buc-ee's, man.
Yeah, if somebody was like, I work at the 7-Eleven. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I work at the Buc-ee's. Oh, cool. That's...
So I wrote an article about radio lessons we can learn from Buc-ee's because I think they're incredibly well run. And when I shared it to social, there was like one person in the comments that said something negative about Buc-ee's. They got stormed by everybody. People freaking love that place, man.
You know who doesn't love it? Truck drivers.
I know they don't. I didn't realize that until a couple years after I started going.
It feels like it should be a perfect place for a truck stop, but nope, you're not allowed.
Yeah, they don't allow them. And they try to say it's because the the weight.
They want
the
to keep
trucks.
clean bathrooms.
No, they try to say it's because you have to put the concrete has to be different if you have semis come in around the pumps and everything.
More, yeah, because
so they say their parking lot can't handle the load of them, but it's like
you could have made it that way. Yeah, right.
So they just don't. They want it to be a family-friendly place, I think, is why they don't. But I don't know why it's not family-friendly to have truckers stop in there, but whatever. You get the lot lizards then. You know what a lot lizard is?
I am aware of the phrase.
So maybe that's why.
But please tell your viewers what maybe somebody out there is not aware of.
A lot lizard is a prostitute that
I'd never heard this. This is different than what I thought.
That specializes in truckers.
The pleasure of a truck driver.
Providing services to truck drivers. But you could have a convenience store and say, hey, no lot lizards. Probably not something you'd want to put a sign you'd want to put up. But I mean, that could be your official policy on your website. We don't let lot lizards in here.
But Flying J, no, they can't. They're the other way.
What? Flying J's all for.
Yep.
Come one, come all. We have lot lizards that work here. Oh man, that's gonna get me in trouble.
Yeah, you're never gonna get the Flying J money now.
I mean, I drive quite a bit, and over the course of my life, I've driven a lot. I don't think I've ever seen a lot lizard at I've stopped at plenty of truck stops, but I guess I'm not.
You think that they're an urban legend, like they don't exist? They have to exist. It's a real thing. It has to be.
I mean, I've seen pictures on social media and people joking around about saw a lot lizard, but I don't know. I mean, not that you can trust everything you see.
It was on the internet. It has to be true. Did you have to click a button that says I am over 18 before you saw it? Because that might have been something different, Andy.
So someone in the comments tell us if lot lizards are really a thing. Or maybe I should go undercover.
All those truck drivers
for the good of the show, I should go
offended.
undercover as a truck driver and drive around and see if I can get a prostitute soliciting me.
It's really expensive to buy the diesel, but it's totally worth it. Find this out.
Jill's like, Andy, did you do a whole show on truck stop prostitutes?
No.
We're trying to settle an argument. The other day I was watching so have you noticed, like I'm always looking for Idiocracy moments, like signs that we've fully entered Idiocracy.
Yeah.
And Macho Camacho or whatever his name is about to be elected to office. The cussing on the news used to be like the only time it would ever happen was if they showed a clip
quote
of something. Yeah. Well, even then the newscaster wouldn't say it.
They would say expletive deleted and then move on.
Right. And then, so when I was a kid growing up, you would see them show a clip and they would warn you, hey, this has foul language. And the clip would show it. Now the full-on newscasters curse. When they quote someone, they just go, because it's like carte blanche. One of them started doing it. Now it's like, during the election, someone was like, this is a shit show. Or something like that. And I feel like they all were like, I guess we can do that now.
We get to say shit show, all right.
We get to say shit. Like the only one, I think I've heard him say more. I think I've heard him say virtually every cuss word. Have you heard this or am I making this up?
I don't watch the regular news. I don't have cable. So I believe you. I tell you that.
Go on the YouTubes later and just
Google
just
cursing newscaster.
Cussing on the news. I think it's happening. I think it's very prevalent now. I don't watch nearly as much news as I used to, but I've just noticed it a couple times. Like, did Jake Tapper just drop a cuss word? That doesn't seem normal. Right?
It is 5:30 in the afternoon.
I think they think at this point, because none of us are letting our kids watch the news at this point, because it's just too, like if I'm watching it, yeah, and the kids I just immediately turn it because it's all so.
Where's
dark.
the water skiing squirrels? That's what we used to. That squirrel can water ski.
What do you think we fought the most about growing up?
Anything and everything?
Yeah, we did fight a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't win many of said fights, but I was involved in all of them.
Your fights were more psychological, successful.
Yes. I did psychological warfare.
I will find the thing that you are sensitive about, and I will push that button every day.
I'm going to find 1,000 different ways to call you fat. No, I think video games we've sorry.
It's fine. Just remember it. It's fine.
Hey, y'all had some things you went after me about.
Still do, actually.
Being tall and skinny and attractive. I mean, the jokes never stopped.
2 of those things were true.
But we fought over video games a lot.
Yeah,
it felt like whoever won the video game ended up getting punched at some point.
I just remember we would also take it a little bit too far sometimes with weapons, golf clubs.
I remember the fight where I came after you with a golf club, and then you hear mom screaming, "Andy's got a golf club," and then you come back with like a hatchet or an axe or something. And mom's like, "Chris has an axe," and Rob's like, "Okay, I'll step in." Jeez, he's like sitting on the couch eating chips. Fine. And we fought about chores constantly. Because remember, mom had the chore list.
No, I don't remember chore list. Your memory is going, dude.
Yeah, we had a chore list.
Couldn't tell you.
The main thing we fought about when we were little is we just rotated the main chores of like feeding the horse. No one wanted to feed the horse if it was cold or whatever outside or rainy or whatever. So we're supposed to rotate. Like if I fed the horse yesterday, you had to feed it today, and then Rob, blah, blah, blah. So we'd always fib about, I fed it yesterday, even if you hadn't. So we'd always fight about that. You don't remember
this is where a chore chart showed up?
Yeah, so I think at some point mom's like, fine, we're just going to have to put this stuff in writing. And then the chore.
You all have to sign this contract.
Because I don't know, maybe you were too young. Did you ever have to feed the horse?
I remember us having a horse. I'm sure I fed the horse, but
yeah. And one time we had just gotten done arguing about who was supposed to feed the horse, and one of us had successfully fibbed and said we'd done it the day before when we hadn't. So mom's like, "Okay, Rob, it's your turn," and he was really mad, and he put on Dad's boots. And there was a scorpion in there. He didn't know it. And he's walking out.
Of course he didn't know it. Why would you add that to the story? Like, he just saw the scorpion. Was like,
I'm so mad I'm putting scorpion boots on.
So, to be clear, he didn't know there was a scorpion in his boot.
And he's walking out, and he's, because it's at the end of my dad's boot, and his foot is too small, it stings him multiple times. Which we thought was hilarious because he's just jumping and yelling. I guess a scorpion, unlike other things, can sting you as many times as it wants to. Up until it runs out.
Maybe, it probably has a limited supply. It probably has to remake its venom, but it's not like the stinger comes off or anything.
Yeah. How's your mouse situation in the attic?
I've not seen any. I don't have an attic.
Where were they?
They were just downstairs.
Oh, they were just in the house?
Yeah. I think they were coming through the front door. That's all I can figure. Because we've looked everywhere for holes. I mean, they're tiny mice. It's hard to find, but I think they were just coming in underneath the front door. Yeah. There was so much snow, they had nowhere to go. They came inside, they died, and I'm pretty sure I've killed all the mice that lived around my house.
And that's what sucks about that is then it stinks. Like if they die in there and you can't find them, it freaking stinks up the place.
I have not found any there was no stink. Everyone we got was glue trap, still alive when I found it, not after a moment.
And then you take them out and brutally murder them.
Dude, it's better than them sitting there and just crying and flopping around and looking all sad. I put them in a little trash bag, hit them with a rubber mallet, and
it's Alaska. Can't you just toss them up in the air and they freeze to death immediately?
No, they're warm-blooded, dude. They live outside. That's where they're supposed to be.
I had a bird freeze outside the house last night. It was trying to find someplace warm, and I saw it, and I'm like, real quickly trying to come up with a solution to save it.
Like put it in a cooler or something?
I I can't bring him in the house. He'll fly around and freak out the kids. And then, plus I didn't want to mention it because then I knew Jill would get really sad. So I'm just like trying to figure out how to handle this. And then by the time I walk back over there, he's legs up, frozen to death. So he landed next to the wrong house because I was not fast enough to. My brain did not work quick enough.
We've got glass windows all the way around the top. So the birds think they can fly through the house. So very regularly, you'll just be sitting here eating dinner or something, and you hear a thunk, and there's feathers on the window, and then you go outside, and there's a bird on the deck. Most of the time, they break their neck. Every once in a while, they just like knock themselves out, and they're out there. So like I'll bring a little cup of water to them and go, here you go, you just get your senses about you. And yeah, sometimes they make it, but. Yeah, I don't know what you can do when they can see through the top, so they just assume they can fly underneath the house.
Well, that's the tough part. It's kind of like that Seinfeld episode. If you're like, I'm going to nurse this thing back to health for 3 weeks, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I guess you could take it in.
It's a wild. They don't care either.
The vet's like, why are you bringing me a wild, random bird? Because I feel guilty. It hit my window.
It's now my
I hadn't cleaned my windows so well.
Oh, maybe that's the trick. I just spray them with dirt.
Yeah, your windows are too clean.
I don't think Stacy's going to go for that, but we'll try.
Dude, is it just me or are people phoning in comedy specials now?
Oh, did you watch Tommy's new one?
I thought Tom Segura's was fine.
It was pretty good, but there
was
was parts where you're like, dude, I feel like you were, I think he's going too quick. He's not building as solid of an act as he used to. He's good. He's funny, but it's like you probably should have done another 6 months to a year before you did the special.
Well, I think that's the thing that's hurting all of them is the pressure to put out specials more often and put out content more often. They're not spending as much time working it. And plus, once they get to a certain level, I've heard some of them talk like some of the really big guys don't work out their stuff as much anymore. Like,
well, it's also got to be tough for them because they have that fan base that's going to laugh at anything they say. So they don't know how good the joke, like used to, they could get the legitimate feedback from a crowd that didn't know them.
Well, that's why a lot of them do the pop-ins. Like people are like, why is this, comedian that got paid $20 million from Netflix for a special just popping in at this comedy club? And it's for that reason. So it's just a random crowd that, they know who he is.
Yeah.
But
it's not necessarily his hardcore fan base.
Right, because your hardcore fan base is probably going to laugh at your stuff. So to me, like the comics that are still putting out really good specials that have the big names, like the Gaffigans, I still think everything. I don't ever see a special from him, and I'm like, this is so much worse than the last one. But so we watched Chappelle's, and I think the last couple from Chappelle have been like his closer was like 20 or 30 minutes, and he warned you ahead of time. He's like, this is really long. It's like there was no. I didn't understand the point of it.
There's not many jokes in this either. It's just I got to fill some time. So
yeah, but he get. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's one of my favorites. I think he's hilarious. But the last couple, it's just like, did you even work this stuff out at all? Are there jokes in here?
It was like Ricky Gervais. His last one was also kind of off a little bit.
Yeah, that's the other one I watched too.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if that one. I don't like the R word being used as much as it's being used for obvious reasons. We have a kid with Down syndrome, but so that the fact that he did that right up at the top maybe bothered me a little bit, but it just also felt like he wasn't. It wasn't his strongest stuff. It just felt like he's kind of phoning it in. Like I got to put out a special. I'm not ready, but I'm going to go.
Do you think that they signed the contract for this, like the special well in advance, and they're like, okay, I got to work this out because I know I'm recording a special in December, instead of the other way where it was like, okay, now I'm ready. I'm going to go film the special and then sell it.
Well, I think just like music has been upended by the way content's consumed now. So the whole music industry is trying to adjust to how music's supposed to be released now in this modern way everything's consumed. Comedy, I think, has been affected the same way because you have to have lots of content. You have to have lots of clips. You have to constantly be putting stuff out. But these guys lived off of like, they only do a special every couple years. So they got time to really hone their stuff in the past. You got time to really hone it, make sure it's great before you go put it on film before you record it. But nowadays it's like, dude, you need a special every year. I mean, if you could do them more often than that, that would be better.
The only guy that was pulling it off before was Carlin. I think he was doing a special a year, and his were always solid.
Yeah, but back in the day, you know how some of those guys did it, and is they had writers. You know what I mean?
I'm sure they still do.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's what you got to do if you're at that point. Like, have some folks help you write some of this stuff. I mean, like Nikki Glazer, when she does the roast and stuff, like when she did the Tom Brady roast that everybody loved, she hired some writers to help her with that, and she's a great joke writer.
Yeah.
But if the amount of stuff when you get really popular, the amount of stuff you got to do, there's nothing wrong with paying some folks to write you some jokes, but just going up, I don't want to hear somebody talk for an hour in a comedy special and there's like 4 jokes in there and they're just like half-assed jokes. I don't know. I thought Tom Segura's was better than some of the other ones I've seen recently.
But of his, it wasn't strong compared to some of his others. That's what you're saying, is that they're falling off a little bit. He's still good, but he was better prepared before or something.
Yeah, and he's now does multiple podcasts and does a Netflix show, which is hilarious, and they're doing a new
Did you see Bert's? We watched Bert's yesterday.
Free Bert?
Free Bert, yeah.
Is it good?
It's good. It is.
The trailer looked bad.
No, it is good. It's entertaining, and it's short. Like, it's 6 episodes, and they're 20 minutes, 20-something minutes a piece. So it's an easily consumable one. It probably, like, originally was a movie, and they were like, let's just cut it down into...
Yeah.
Because there's no big intro and credits. It's just quick. So...
Yeah. No, we hadn't watched that yet. We're still watching Fallout, and I've got House of Guinness teed up. That's the next thing. Joe only lets us watch, like, she doesn't like having multiple shows going.
Oh.
So we've got Diplomat and Fallout, and once we finish the new season of one of those, then
we watched House of Guinness. I've not seen Diplomat or Fallout.
Is House of Guinness good?
Yeah, it's not bad.
I figure it's the same dude who did Peaky Blinders, and we loved Peaky Blinders, so I figured it would be good.
Yeah, you'll like it.
Plus, it's about beer.
But yeah, the Bert one, you got 3 hours. It's a good one for like, I don't have a whole lot of time, but you'll watch the whole show in 3 hours or less.
That's what for a while, everyone's like, there's no good comedy shows coming out or movies. Dude, Tires was great. Bad Thoughts was good. Did you watch Tires?
I think we watched some of it, but couldn't get into it.
Really?
Maybe we didn't go long enough with it, but yeah.
I love Shane Gillis. I think he's hilarious. Maybe that's why I liked it so. But even Joe liked it.
Yeah, I'll have to go back to it then. I just, we tried it and was like, meh.
We'll try Free Bert if I can convince her. She's not as big a fan of. She likes Tom Segura, but she doesn't like Bert as much. He's more for the fellas, I think.
That's probably true. He's not really. I don't know. My wife liked it though. She was laughing.
I know you can't eat this unless it's non-hormones, but I'm adding another recipe to my book.
Yeah,
to Bonnie's recipe book. I made.
We
a New York
beef
strip.
at home.
Yeah, because you get it hormone-free, right?
Yeah,
and then you can eat it. I did a New York strip in the oven. Olive oil, unsalted butter, 2 cloves of garlic smashed, kosher salt, black pepper, pan sear, throw in the butter and garlic, toss in the oven for 400 degrees.
How long were you in the oven, or did you use a thermometer?
I didn't use a thermometer because I knew by the thickness of the steak it only needed like 6 or 7 minutes. But yeah, it depends on how thick the
I always use a meat thermometer on steak just because I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, sometimes I'm lazy and I guess and then just cut it and hope I'm right. And if I'm not, then throw it back in for a couple more. Because we always split a steak. We never eat a full steak. Jill and I always split one because they're too freaking big.
We'll do
I
that
don't
with
need 16
ribeye.
ounces.
We'll split a ribeye, but fillets we'll just have our own because they're smaller.
When my grill was still working, I did a tomahawk. That was
Like with the giant bone coming off of it.
because I just bought the grill and I was like, I'm gonna go. So this was probably like I don't even know what it would be with today's prices, but it was probably like a $60 tomahawk.
Yeah.
It was so freaking amazing, dude.
Did you do the Salt Bay thing?
But that when you get something like, I use a thermometer when I'm cooking something that expensive because I don't want to screw it up. Last thing you want to do is burn a $60 freaking steak.
Right. Yeah.
But now that my grill's out of commission, I was trying to come up with a good oven recipe. Plus, I don't want to stand out there in the cold.
Oh,
Do y'all
dude,
grill outside in Alaska?
Arctic barbecue, dude. I grilled a couple nights ago. You just.
Doesn't sound fun.
It's not like I'm hanging out there with a beer. I just run outside, throw it on the grill.
That's true.
Go flip it and come back in. So,
do you have the Traeger you can run from a remote?
I do have that, but that's not. I usually just use. I don't Traeger in the winter because I'm not sure that it could keep that low temp. Because it's.
Oh, really?
It would be too cold on the outside, I would imagine. So we just do propane. I do high heat. Like my grill will get 500-600 degrees, and then I can go throw a steak on it.
See, that's what I think. I got too new. The charcoal grill I got, I think it was too new a technology. Is the charcoal gravity grill from Masterbuilt. Because I was being cheap, I bought the smallest version of it. And the whole selling point of it is it can get like 700 or 800 degrees to really sear it.
Yeah.
But when you get it that high in this little one, it burns up parts. So I've replaced I've replaced everything on that grill like 3 or 4 times, and now I'm past the warranty, so I can't even. Plus, I've replaced all the parts myself. Probably not, that might have voided the warranty anyway. And I just cannot keep the freaking thing running. And I don't even run it over. I stopped running it over 550 ever. So I don't get it up to anywhere near as hot as I used to, but it still ruins all the parts.
Are there like wires or something in there?
On the outside, yeah. But I don't. So I've replaced all the wires. The fan's gone out. The whole thing works because fan blows air through these. The coals are on the side.
Gotcha.
I don't know if you've seen one.
No.
But so you have to have a fan to blow it to make it work, and that's what regulates the heat. And the temperature control thing's gone out. The controller's gone out. The fan's gone out. I've put 3 fans in it. It's insane. But it's like I don't want to admit defeat, so I keep working on it.
My Traeger is one of the ones that, connects to the app and your phone and everything. And because I don't use it all that often, every time I turn it on, it's like, oh, we got to update. I'm just trying to grill, and now I got to wait for you to download an update.
Well,
maybe some things shouldn't be smart.
This one's from Masterbuilt, and when it works, it's phenomenal. Because you use the app and it keeps it perfect temperature, but you still get the charcoal taste.
Yeah.
So it's not like a pellet grill where you don't. In a pellet grill, you don't kind of get the flavor of the
pellet grill. You get the smoke flavor.
You get the smoke flavor. But this, I like the charcoal flavor. I like cooking with charcoal, but it's hard to do. I mean, you have to sit out there and man it the whole freaking time. So with this thing, the selling point is you can run it from an app. It controls the temperature just like an oven. And you can sit in the house while it's doing the grilling for you. But I can't keep the thing freaking working.
So it was a good idea in theory, but practice no.
But it was almost $700 or $600 for the little one, the smallest one.
And how many times in a row has it like been successful, or is it like you use it once, then it breaks, then you fix it, use it, breaks?
I've gotten 13 cooks out of it, but before it broke one time. But the last couple times I fixed it, I got 1 or 2 cooks.
Jeez,
so I'll fix it, and what really sucks is you can't count on it. So I'll one time we had people over, and I bought all these steaks, didn't work. I'm like, oh, dude, sucks. And then you're cooking them in the oven.
Yeah.
Just you can't do the recipe. It's
So you're saying it's not a
enemy.
recommended. If somebody was looking at that grill, it's not something you would recommend.
I'm not a negative commenter on the internet. Like, I never do that. First time I've done that was about this grill. Anytime I see an ad pop up for it, because it pops up in my feed because I talk about it and I look stuff up from it.
Yeah.
And so anytime something pops up, I write a quick comment about how dog shit it's been. And then sometimes somebody goes at me like, you don't know what you're doing. I'm like, okay, there's nothing I'm doing wrong. I can't run it over 450 degrees without it freaking.
When it says it goes to 700 or whatever.
Yeah, that's the whole selling point. Whatever. Now you got me worked up.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing I was thinking that might save it, the thing in Minnesota, is, I mean, he is not opposed to throwing his people under the bus. So, like, if it keeps getting,
if it escalates enough, he'll blame somebody else and
he'll
fire him.
throw Noem under the bus. He'll throw the guy that looks like he's wearing the Nazi garb that's running the heist now.
Yeah.
He'll throw one of them under the bus. I mean, they sent J.D. Vance there earlier in the week to try to turn the temperature down, was their thought process, and it obviously didn't. It inflamed because he.
Dude, if you get
know,
protesters at
this
20 below, you know people are pissed.
Yeah.
Like, did you see those crowds at 20 below? You're like, no.
Well, and you got to give it, dude. I was thinking about it. I was like, would I be out there if I lived in Minnesota or if this was happening in DFW? And I probably would have before the shootings. Now I probably wouldn't because I got kids.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like
it's not worth your life.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
in retrospect, well, you know, you didn't stand up and do what? Go get myself killed? I'm not going to go get myself killed over something that's not. I mean, you can't. Like, we can't. Hopefully, enough people peacefully protest that he starts to say, okay, it's not worth it anymore. Fires Noem, fires, you know, whoever, lets them fall on the sword and gets out of there. But I mean, it's freaking scary stuff, dude.
You could also, I mean, they could try the French way, which is just a nationwide strike.
Yeah.
But at least 30% of the nation's with him, so.
I know. Yeah, but that means 70%, isn't.
Well,
Yeah.
I know, but there's 30% that voted for him, right? And then there was so many people that didn't and don't participate and are ignoring it completely. So there's maybe another 30% that are out there protesting or whatever. So
Yeah, and that's why the more it starts to, that's why it does matter when the guys like Rogan and Tim Dillon's completely flipped. He's now talking about how ridiculous all this stuff is. Rogan is. He doesn't talk about it. That's not the only thing he talks about, but when it comes up, he doesn't shy away. I mean, that's the one good thing about a lot of those folks is they don't shy away from talking about stuff. So the more people stand up and say, yeah, no, that's not how cops are supposed to behave. You know, I back law enforcement, but not when they commit crimes. You know, it's not carte blanche. Hey, you're a cop. You get to kill somebody if you need to. What? No. Yeah.
That's how they're recruiting now. Have you ever wanted to murder somebody?
I don't know if it's true. I read somewhere that some of these guys are getting paid $200,000 plus. I know they're getting a $50,000 signing bonus, but
so that might be true then. If you get a signing bonus, and then I bet they're making about $150 a year
plus the signing bonus. That's $200,000.
Yeah,
yeah. So I mean, that's so much more than
you. Would you want that job? I mean, they probably have to pay pretty good to get people to do it.
Yeah, there's no amount of money. I mean, we're joking about it before, but there's no amount of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like, how do you freaking live with yourself?
Unless maybe you could get in there and sabotage things. Maybe that's a way to it.
So you get brutally murdered.
Be like, I'm driving, guys, and then you just slowly.
Hey, this doesn't look like Minnesota. Oh, I
missed my turn. Dang it.
We're in Texas. Texas, that's a red state. We can't rough people up here. Man, That's what all of it looks like. It's like you just wanted to rough somebody up. You know what I mean? Like all this, like even the ones that don't lead to murder, it's like you're just wanting to.
But like you're talking about too with these protesters, like if they're just screaming and yelling at you all day and eventually these guys just get to the end of their fuse and yeah.
That's it for today's show. We'll be back next week with a new episode of The Andy Meadows Show, now available on your favorite podcast platforms as well.